video is supposed to be about.
Oh yeah, I remember. My favorite character so far. I'm gonna do the two paths. In the prison path, I have to say my favorite character is like a joint Rose Red and Sven, just as a couple, because they're one of the most heartbreaking and cute couples you'll ever find, because she's slightly maniac. She's just
manic.
Yeah, there we go. That's the word. She's manic, and he's trying really hard. I'll just say that he's trying to do the right thing, but he's in just like such a tough position that.
Sven is a bit of my baby, just because you let me do things with him that were horrible.
Would you like to clarify that before you're accused of molesting fairy tale characters?
Okay, so basically we're playing off of the big bad wolf thing, the werewolf thing. And so we needed a big bad wolf. And so we were bouncing around with the ideas. Do we want them to be anthropomorphic? Do we want them to be like traditional werewolves? What are we going to do? And so we decided that we had this guy who was kind of anthropomorphic, but 3 days a year, or 3 days a month, 3 days a month, he becomes a person. And that's who he was before he became a werewolf. And his name is Sven. And so he's like the biggest, baddest werewolf in town. So when he's Sven, he's trying to pump himself full of like wolfsbane and all this kind of stuff to keep him tamed down, because he knows that it's a Jekyll-Hyde situation. That Hyde will basically kill everyone if he's not kind of controlled. And so Sven is this kind of sweet guy, and I don't want to go into reasons why he's a werewolf, because that's spoilers and part of the story. But I was like, why don't we make him like a person 3 days a month? And you were like, how would you justify that? And I'm like, the turning of the moon. Who's your other path? Who's your favorite character?
I have to say, probably my favorite character on the ground is probably Sleeping Beauty. Just because writing evil characters is so much fun. And she has some scenes where she's just an absolute bitch. Just a horrible person. And writing those scenes is going to be a little traumatizing. I think it's already traumatizing. But I'm going to have so much fun. So those are my favorite characters.
I would say that my favorite character, other than Sven, is Sooty.
Yeah.
Sooty he's
pretty wonderful.
He's kind of this glorified accountant monster thing.
He's had an interesting past and left him a little change.
He's also from a really obscure fairy tale, and the fairy tale, if you want to go check it out, is the Devil's Sooty brother, and he has a name that isn't Sooty. Sooty's his nickname, but his name is kind of ridiculous and hard to pronounce, so everyone just calls him Sooty.
And that's who he is. He's always dirty, but he's obsessed with being clean. Like, physically. His soul's pretty dirty.
Yeah, it's a really interesting fairy tale, because it basically takes the formula of a fairy tale character and, like, making deals and redemption and just throws it out the window. Because this is the only fairy tale where the guy does something that's really kind of considered the lowest of the low in fairy taledom and comes out on top. So,
no problems, just sails right through it and gets rewarded by the devil.
Yeah, so
yeah,
we're having fun.
So we will see you in May and let you know whether we reached our goal or not, but oh my gosh, I don't know whether it's going to be possible, and if we do, we will clearly be dead.
You are Lancelot. You are strong. You are brave. But most of all, you're devilishly handsome.